Hey guys, Sarah here from Recovering Book Hoarder, and today I am going to be doing a try a chapter, and I am going to be doing several of these over the next, oh God, only knows how long. This is still part of my Unhaul project that I'm working on because I have over 400 unread books in my house, and I know that there are books that I'm not going to like or I'm just not interested in anymore that I bought for one reason or another. Like there's several books that I bought from half price, no, book outlet, that when I bought them I was like going through doing searches for specific books, and if they didn't have the book I was looking for but they had another book by the same author, I would just go ahead and buy that book and figured I'd see how it went. But I've not tried to read any of them. So the genre I'm going to start with is young adult, and that's because I am not enjoying young adult the way that I used to. So I took a lot of books off of my young adult shelf. There is a series that I know for sure that I'm going to get rid of. The series that I am going to get rid of that I have tried previously is the, let's see, the real Returned Wonderland. I don't know if it's the Splintered series. I'm not even sure what the series is, but it's by A.G. Howard, and I had attempted to read this one and just could not get into it. And of course I thought I was gonna love it, so I bought this one. I bought Untamed, part of the series, Ensnared, and Unhinged, all part of the series. So I kept them on there thinking, well, maybe I'll try it again. And I mean, here's where I was, like, I read over 100 pages, and I couldn't get into it. So this one's for sure leaving my shelves. As far as I'm concerned, I already did. I tried several chapters and didn't like them. So let's go through the books. It's going to take several videos for me to get through with all these young adult books that I'm unsure of whether or not I'm keeping. Don't worry, I do still have a few on my shelf that I know for one reason or another that I still want to read. But so the ones we're going to try today, there are we're going to try 7. We're going to try Little White Lies by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. The Compton Cowboys and Their Fight to Save Their Horse Ranch by Walter Thompson Hernandez. And I thought, this happens to me all the time with Book Outlet, I thought I was buying the normal version. Didn't even know there was a Young Readers Edition. This was the Young Readers Edition. Pride by Ibby Zaboy. This is a Pride and Prejudice remix. Castle in the Clouds by Kristen Gear. All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. Rosebud by A.G. Howard, and this is a like twisted Phantom of the Opera gender bent, is that what they call it? Where I think the Phantom's a female. And then Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi, and she's the one that wrote Emergency Contact, which I enjoyed that. But all right, so I am going to get started with, I'm going to do Little White Lies first, Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and let me have a read at the first chapter or two, and I will get back to you guys. Okay, just finished reading a prologue in chapter 1 for Little White Lies by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and okay, I'm going to keep this one. It is like, in the beginning, the prologue, there's like these 4 debutantes that have been arrested from, I'm guessing, the debutante ball, because they're still all in their white dresses. And then chapter 1 is very Gilmore Girls reminiscent, which I love the Gilmore Girls. But here, I have to show you guys something funny. So at the end of the chapter, there is, on the next page, this. Okay? I don't know if you can see that or not, but it says www.secretsonmyskin.com/community. So I'm like, what is this? are there more of these? And so I looked through, and they're like at the end of every chapter for the first several chapters. I'm like, no, I got that this was a book outlet copy. So I'm like, did I get some rando copy that's advertising for some like undercover sex site or something? Like, I was so confused because the rest of the titles in them too, highly questionable. So I typed it into my search engine. I didn't want to go to the site because I'm like, what if it's like I type in the site and it ends up being like infecting my camera or my phone or something. So when I typed it into Google, it takes you to a Goodreads question and answer page. And this girl asked the exact same question I did. She was like, are these random advertisements or something? Like, I got my copy from the book. Or from the library. I don't know if I should go back to the library and like show them, look what's in here, you know? And two people answered and said, no, it's actually part of the story. But apparently we don't get that part in the chapter that I read. So anyway, I was really like, I don't understand what's happening. So, okay, book one, I'm keeping that one. All right, let's move on to the Compton Cowboy Young Readers Edition, and by Walter Thompson Hernandez, and see how this one goes. Okay, just did Compton Cowboys. First of all, I did not read an entire chapter because the first chapter is 41 pages. That's just more than I want to get into at this point. Second, this is not, again, this is such my problem. I need to really research these things better. Not what I thought it was going to be about. With that said, it does sound good. Apparently, Compton used to be primarily farmland. Who knew? Well, I guess most places probably were. But still, like, even, I don't know when this was written, when this is supposed to take place. They, like, horses are still ride, like, in lots of places, even on the roads. So this is like the first time in 15 years that this one farm, that they're going to be included in a parade in Compton, and they want to show people about their horses. Like, they ride these horses everywhere. So it does sound good. I, however, am going to unhaul this one again because it's the Young Readers Edition. If I decide I want to read it in the future, then I will just get out the adult version from the library. So this one's going to make its way out. All right. Next, we are going to give Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi a chance. All right, just read not even the full chapter from Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi, and I do not like the writing style. It's comes across as pretentious. Very oddball phrasings, like choice of words, such as, especially when the wind chill mauls your face meat to ribbons. What? Face meat? That wasn't the only one on that particular page. I'm pretty smart. I have a master. Listen, this is not me talking myself up. This is to make a point. I have a master's degree, and whenever I did my GRE testing to get into a master's program, on the writing portion, I scored at postdoctorate level for writing. Okay, I'm not stupid. There's words in here I've never heard of, and this is supposed to be for young adults. I mean, at first I was confused. I was like, is this young adult or is this like, is it new adult? I wasn't sure, but it says an imprint of Simon & Schuster Children's Publishing Division. So I'm going to go with young adult. Also, a lot of gratuitous swearing, which I really do not like at all. So I know that the book says it's about this like 20-year-old who's working in a deli of some kind, and a pop star or something comes in and changes his life. turns his life upside down. That's the premise of the book. Wouldn't have gotten that from what I read, but yeah, I'm never going to be able to read this. The writing style will just drive me bonkers the entire time. So that one's leaving my house. Doing good. All right, next let's check out Rosebud by A.G. Howard. Gotta say, I'm not hopeful just because, like I said, I didn't care for Splintered, but I have read authors before where I liked some of what they wrote and just not everything. So I can have this here so I can go through Goodreads and take the stuff off my shelves as I go. But okay, let me get this one, go through this, and I will let you know what I think. Okay, just read the first chapter of Rosebud, and I am pleasantly surprised. So seems like we've got a haunted school, a girl who is possessed by music, and yeah, I like school settings a lot. I like the haunted school setting a lot, and I am intrigued by this first chapter. So, pleasant surprise. All right, keeping this one. All right, moving on. Let's check out All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. Let's see. All right, All the Stars and Teeth. I am intrigued. So this is a fantasy. There's this girl, and she is possibly going to be the next one to take over to rule this nation, this fantasy nation. And it's either her or if she can't perform this particular magic, like impress these people enough, then it'll move over her to her aunt. And I actually read a little bit into chapter 2 just because I wasn't 100% sure after chapter 1, and ultimately, yes, decided I'm going to keep this one, and hopefully will end up liking it. So yeah, sounds fun. All right, let's move on to Castle in the Clouds by Kristen Gear. All right, sorry, I changed. A little different. Kind of, I don't know what I was thinking. I got to go to the bathroom and subsequently forgot that I was taping, and I put my pajamas on. So, coming at ya in my pajamas. All right, finished reading the first chapter in Castle in the Clouds by Kristen Gear. I can be honest, I really thought that I would not really be interested in this, and I don't know why, because the premise sounds like it's up my alley, but I don't know, probably because it was like a random purchase from Book Outlet. I think it was like I needed to hit the amount to get free shipping, and I saw this one that sounded interesting, and I added it to my cart. In any case, this is, there's a girl from, I think she's from America, who had dropped out of high school and is now doing an internship at this hotel in the Swiss Alps. And the first chapter is full of hijinks. And she sounds like a total klutz. And she just met the love interest towards the end of the chapter. And I'm intrigued and definitely want to read more. And guys, look how pretty, like, I think this is really pretty, and I really love the inside cover. I just think that's gorgeous. All right, so I'm definitely going to keep and read this one. So we only have one more left for this round of try chapters, and that is Pride by Ibiza Boy. So let me have a gander through this one, and I'll let you guys know what I think. All right, finished my last book, Pride. This one caught me from the very first and second page. It just seems really, really good. So it's a retelling, not twisted, a remix of Pride and Prejudice. Takes place in a Brooklyn neighborhood that's been experiencing gentrification and just a very much changing neighborhood that's being taken over by rich white people. And in this case, a rich black family moves in across from her that are the the Mr. Darcy and what's his name? I can't think of what the other guy's name is. The one that Jane ends up with. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I think it sounds really good. So, all right, let's review. I am keeping Pride, keeping Castle in the Clouds, keeping All the Stars and Teeth, keeping Little White Lies, and keeping Rosebud. Getting rid of the Splintered series, which I had already shown you guys, which is 4 books. Getting rid of Permanent Record, and getting rid of the Young Readers edition of Compton Cowboy. So, some leaving my shelves. More of these sound interesting than I anticipated. So, we'll see what happens with the next batch. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye!